That was the quickest due to and that's ended. Do, do, do. That was my stupidity for not moving out of the way. What happened to music? Agreed and agreed. Look, it's the Enterprise. Yes, just beyond that enormous leaping dragon. And he's dead. Even though the cutscene was cut a little short then, boy. Should have been by impatient. Temu, are you alright? Speak to me. 12 be praised, I feared the beast had injured you. I see now why the others rated you so highly. When you were caught in the midst of the etheric bubble with the dragon, I was all but certain my next mission would be to find a new champion. Thank the gods for sparing me the inconvenience. I have quite enough to do already. Which reminds me, Sid is working on the Enterprise as we speak. Let us go and see what he has to say. What say you, Sid? Will she fly? Yes, though it will not be a pleasant ride. Well, I dare say it will be no more unpleasant than staying here. 'Tis a pity the Enterprise is not in a better state, but if she will allow us to quit this place, I shall not complain. If all are in agreement, let us return to Gridania. Though I would like nothing more than to set course for the Howling Eye, it is plain the Enterprise is in no condition to weather the storm. She must needs be repaired if we are to proceed with our mission. This is so familiar. I know this airship. If I could just... it's no use. Let's go. Let's see, wait, who's got to start? Oh, you. How I have longed for the more agreeable climates of the Twelveswood. Yet I will not deny the Holy See had its charms. Endless detours aside, our Guardian jaunt provide quite an adventure. Alas, our work is far from done. We still have an airship to repair and a primal to slay. No rest for the heroic, eh? Yeah, get more speed. Yo. It calms me to look at her. It's as though I've been reunited with a part of me I never knew was missing. Hardly surprising you did design and build her. I bear good news. The Seedseer has granted our request to house the Enterprise. We may take as long as we require to repair her. Of course, it would be rank folly to take one moment more than we require. Garuda, lest we forget, grows stronger by the hour. If we are to have any hope of wresting this benign realm from her talons, it must needs be soon. Though I am no expert on the workings of airships, it seems plain to me that the Enterprise suffered much from her time in the wilderness. Am I not correct, Sid? You are. Frankly, it's a miracle she carried us this far. As you know, the Howling Eye is encircled by a raging tempest, apt to turn proud trees to matchwood. Our battle will end before it begins if the Enterprise cannot weather the storm. Given time, I believe I can fully repair her. But if the tempest is as fearsome as you say, even that may not be enough. Confound it! There must be a way to brave the fury of the elements. Elements? But of course, that's it. We would work upon the elements itself, using the power of the corrupted crystal. We could clear a path through the storm and spare the Enterprise a battering. I see you propose to utilize the properties of the crystals to alter the elemental aspects of the barrier. It seems a childishly simple in retrospect. No, mayhaps not to you, Timo. We speak of the manifestations of over-expected aether that can be found throughout Eosia. Since the calamity disrupted the land, etheric currents such crystals have become comparatively commonplace, which has been a cause of great war, as they are known to warp etheric energies, including those of living organisms. The point is, we could theoretically use a corrupted crystal to convert the wind-aspected aether comprising Garuda's barrier into an aether of another aspect, one she cannot control. With certain modifications, the Enterprise should be able to deliver us to the Howling Eye in comfort. However hard Garuda blows. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. All of this rests upon our ability to procure a crystal with the necessary properties. Have you any idea where we might acquire one? No, but I know a man who might. A scholar by the name of Labertinent, who resides in Camp Drybone. Strange as it may sound, I met him during my time in the church. Well, Marquez met him, I suppose. Whether out of pity or for want of more willing listeners, he would talk to me for hours at a time about his etheric studies, corrupted crystals being his pet subject. It was as a result of these conversations that Paul Marquez was observed to possess an uncommon knack for theoretical science. Temu, I need you to return to Fanalan and seek out this scholar. Sid and I will set about repairing the Enterprise in your absence. And we're going to use a token for that one. Yeah, what am I doing? I'm doing that. In that. In that. Why, yes, I am Professor Labadantine. Beg pardon, you wish to hear about my research on corrupted crystals? Truly, well, nothing would give me greater pleasure than to discuss my work with a fellow woman of science. So rare it is to find fellow intellectuals in this region. 'Tis even rarer to find one capable of comprehending the nature of corrupted crystals. Come to think of it, there was another, a hermit of whom the church had given sanctuary. Curious fellow, unsociable, rather daft at first impression, yet possessed an amazing affinity towards the scientific pursuits. But to the matter of hand, did you say you wished not to conduct field observations, but to harvest a corrupted crystal? A guard's woman, at least take the necessary precautions that you do not suffer from exposure to the harmful energies. I am beginning to wonder if you've sufficient qualifications to handle such hazardous materials. Still, your ignorance is somehow endearing. If you bring me a suitable vessel, say a common clay pot, I shall cut it in an alchemical sealant of mine own design. Simply store the crystal you seek within the pot and to protect yourself from its deleterious effect. Where might you find a clay pot? Well, I'm hardly a merchant, but surely some fellow at the Golden Bazaar has some for sale. I do. I'm sure you lot are trying to leave me a lot of good shit. He's level 17. I'll easily run through this, no problem. Always a good idea to prepare your gear. You, the merchant. You get a pot, and you get a pot. Everyone gets a pot. Sorry, I get a bit carried away when disposing of all merchandise. Any road. Take my pots, please. Was he the Oprah Winfrey of pot delivery services? Okay, level mate, 37. God, that's quite low. Clear selections and go into that. Yeah, not yet. Let's see. Fascinating, even accounting for the unusual strong ethereal currents in this region. The crystalline formations are. Oh, you've returned. Any luck finding a pot like I suggested? Well, this is indeed an unremarkable piece of rubbish, but for our purpose it shall suffice. With a liberal application of my alchemical sealant, this sorry excuse for earthenware will be reborn as a corrupted crystal containment device. Now observe as this scholar skillfully, almost dropped that, skillfully cuts the interior of this pot with just so. There, it's finished. You no longer need to fear the crystal from transformative energies. Though I suppose you will be bombarded with its energies until you place it within the vessel. Well, perhaps it shall motivate you to work quickly. In any case, I would now have you take this warded pot to Shako, a student of mine monitoring the flow of aether in Highbridge. Explain to him your quest, and he shall instruct you in finer points of crystal harvesting. Come on, Chucky. It would help if I go through the door. Let's go to that one. Up round in it. Yeah. Nearly level 37. 47. Nearly level 47. There's some I shouldn't hit a leveling problem. I can normally do, sometimes do. Sometimes I hit the point where I'm like a little bit too low of a level and have to do some grinding. Now I don't have to do grinding and I'm just gonna try and get ahead of the curve all the time. How many times must I made to explain myself? I am not contemplating suicide, you imbecile. I have chosen this precise position to perform scientific measurements. What? Have we here a containment vessel? Why, this is the handiwork of Professor Lambertian. You thieving knave, I shall call for the made especially for you by the man himself. Then you must have sought me out per his instructions, which means he believes my experience enough to expound upon his explanation. At last, the recognition I so rightfully deserve. Mega potions, yay! Oh, frabjous day, kohoi. Then I should be choosing to guard this woman. Yes, I, Shako. Greetings of Professor Lambertian's pupils shall see that you successfully quarry your quarry. My timing is impeccable. In fact, for I have just prepared to pursue a corrupted crystal from the burning wall for my personal research. There, the devastating destruction caused by the calamity has blessed us with a bounty of sublime specimens. But something tells me that not but a perfect peace will satisfy your high standards, in which case you must needs descend to the deepest depths amidst the flowing waters and murderous Heights lies the most fantastic formation I have found thus far. Take this highly advanced research tool and use it to separate a small fragment from a large cluster. Place it within the warded pot and bear it back to me for inspection. The path which leads from Burgundy Falls to the base of the burning wall is treacherous and terrifying, but advance with appropriate caution and you shall surely survive. Yeah, this way. Yeah, let's keep it going. Let's try and find this. Oh god, I'll go down. In around this corner. In theory, you gotta go this way. Oh no. Did you buff? Nope. Hmm. Hmm. I know there's a point where you like turn in and I think it's that knuckle bit. Yeah, I know you're unhappy. Nope, not that way. Forty. And pick up. And to return to him. Like up or down? Up, 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 up. How many have I got left? I've got two. Outer and outer. And Garford Highland, Providence Point. I see you come gallumping back. Have you the crystals then? There you go. What a prodigiously large and lovely crystal. Professor Lambert would doubtless chuckle with joy when you present to it in person. And upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with your harvesting. We're all done away. Where to now? I'll go back over here to the uttermost care. I'm technically on the final stretch of quest for ARR. It's Heaven's Ward, then Stormblood, then Shadowbringers. There you are. My keen scholar sense tells me that you've obtained a corrupted crystal, am I right? If you would grant me a moment to examine the crystal, it is that you desired a corrupted crystal overflowing with wind-aspected aether. Remind me, for what purpose did you intend to use the crystal again? What? To breach a barrier comprised of wind-aspected aether? Oh dear, that may provide problematic, as this crystal would only strive to strengthen the barrier. I suppose I am at fault for not inquiring as to your objections from the start. Had I known your intent, I would have never sent you to Hashako. Well, but what is science if not trial and error? And can you truly say that this failure has taught you nothing? Think, woman, you now understand the methods necessary to safely collect a corrupted crystal. You will doubtless have no difficulty doing so once more. What's more, the crystal you collected can serve as an invaluable source for the ethereal studies conducted by the students of Beldetian. You heard of them? Well, I don't mean to boast, but I've a professional relationship with the organization. Not as equals, of course. I would never be so bold to claim that level of expertise. Are you alright? Your eyes seem to have glazed over for a moment. Anyway, I shall keep you from your task. I shan't keep you from your task. You still a corrupted crystal to find. Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common. I fear, fortunately, one of my other students, Cena, claims to have discovered another promising site in eastern Lerna Scotia. Wait, that's not correct. Eastern Lerna Scotia was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an imperial castrum. Haha, now that made for amusing anecdote. It was Western Lerna Scotia, Faris Sirius, on the Isles of Umbra to be precise. I can't recall how exact reasoning, something to do with one of Dalaman's talons or some sort of nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she is still in Airport and attempted to gain access to the Isles. Why not travel there and see if Cena inquiries bear fruit? If you can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates, you may find your time there to be quite pleasurable. Oh, and do not forget to take your makeshift warden pot. Least she think you unprepared for the task. Let's go. Yeah, yeah.